back. Many thanks for staying with us. Now back to that initial update, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has proposed legislation allowing Parliament to meet budget deficits through money they recover as proceeds of crime. Let's listen in.
Sometimes they interfere with witnesses, they interfere with evidence that would have been collected. In some cases, extreme cases, we have even found offices and stores where evidence may be found being burnt down. And so to prevent this, you would like legislation to be amended so that these people are barred from accessing their offices until the cases are concluded, either they are found guilty or innocent, and then they can go back into their offices. The consequence of this, you may have seen that we have tended in recent past to focus on those people who have left office. Some people have misconstrued this, that we are either being used by the current government to fight the people who are in the previous government. But it's simply because people who are still in office are becoming very difficult to investigate. Not that we are not investigating them or seeking to charge them, but they seriously interfere with that process. And so if this kind of legislation is put in place, it would make it much easier for us as a commission to fulfill our mandate in dealing with any person, whether in office or out of office, if they are suspected to be involved in any corrupt practices. This is something that we are engaging with and proposing a legislative amendment. The other one.
As schools continue to reopen for the second term, junior secondary school teachers in Embu held peaceful protests at the TSC offices Embu, where they vowed to continue demonstrating until their grievances are addressed. Among the grievances are confirmation to permanent and pensionable and compensation for time worked under internship. Embu JSS Teachers Representative David Ngari urged Teachers Service Commission to obey the court orders and ruling, which they say faulted TSC for employing teachers on contract.
We are asking Teachers Service Commission. Exactly. We have given you enough time. Yes. Since last year in January. Yes. We were on the streets again in this November and December of last year. Yes. And amukuongea kitu. Yes. This is now the time for you to come out and speak. Tell us, when are you confirming? We want it now. We want information now.
On the issue of recruitment, this one we are coming out clearly. Yes. To condemn the manner in which TSC is handling the whole process of recruitment. Yes. We have witnessed in broad daylight letters of employment being dished out by the MPs. Since last year, we have not been given an opportunity to apply for vacancies which arise due to retirement and natural attrition. Yes. We have not seen any advertisement. Yes. Those vacancies are being dished out to other prominent people in this country. Yes. We want to condemn this act with the strongest terms possible. We are asking this. Yes. Since when a son and daughter of a peace and development.
There is evident power of emerging education technology to increase digital literacy and improve learning outcomes, as well as bridge the unemployment gap in the country. And even though there have been worldwide efforts to widen the use of edutech, Kenya has a lot more work to do to fully achieve the idea behind leaving no one behind in education advancement. Robbie Omondi with the details.
There have been efforts to implement and promote digital learning in schools in the country, a process that has been met by challenges that have slowed down the edutech agenda.
It's about people really needing to embrace lifelong learning The traditional system would be you'd get an education and then you get a job and then that's what you do. And with everything changing so rapidly now, everybody needs to be really focused on upskilling themselves. So whether that's somebody coming in for an entry-level opportunity and making sure that they're extremely digitally literate and being able to focus on those technological skills.
According to Nikki Germany, Moringa School CEO, embracing technology in the education system has a major impact in bridging the unemployment gap, which has been a thorn in the flesh for many young people in the country for ages.
So there's a big emphasis now about bringing jobs to Kenya. So people will still stay in Kenya, and these are primarily IT-enabled or tech service jobs. People will stay here in Kenya but work for international employers. And so we're seeing that some of our graduates are moving into those types of opportunities.
And even in the wake and advancement in technology such as AI, this should serve as a need to catch up with the changing times and embrace the digital sphere.
Jobs will look different, but there's still going to be a lot of jobs out there specifically in technology. And if you look at all of the more nuanced data, it shows that jobs in technology will actually be increasing and continuing to grow. They'll just be more efficient with regards to AI. And AI is really about bringing more efficiency.
To this end, and with a myriad of opportunities for young people to explore, relevant stakeholders have also been called upon to invest appropriately to ensure Kenya catches up with the rest of the world when it comes to technology.
At Moringa School, we focus a lot on our courses being very aligned to what the market needs. So we have a lot of very close relationships with employers where we're keeping up to date on what are the jobs that they need now, what are the jobs that they'll need in the future. And so we make sure that that's the jobs and the skills that we're training. So from a technical perspective, obviously software development is still one of the largest areas that people are moving into, and that's going to continue. But we're also seeing a lot of growth in areas like data science, and employers telling us that they have a need for really strong data analytics.
Robbie Omondi, K24.
Kenya Forest Service launched participatory forest management plans and signed forest management agreements for Ontulili Marania Mushene Community Forest and Ngarendare Forest Trust Associations in Meru County under the Green Zones Development Support Project Phase 2. While presiding over the launch, the Deputy Chief Conservator of Forest, Natural Forest Conservation, Beatrice Mbula, called for more partnerships aimed at community empowerment and conservation. Within the county, the project has also supported income-generating activities for CFAs, such as appearance, development of ecotourism sites, fruit farms, and tree nursery establishment. Through their tree planting activities, they actively contribute to the presidential directive of 30% tree cover by 2032.
Through the CFAs ndio tuweze kufanya kazi mzuri ambayo inaendelea. Na tumekuwa tukijicommit, tunasema ya kwamba partners wale wanasaulika sana Bwana Daka ni hawa watu ambao wanaitwa fourth estate. Wakuwa wakisaidiwa ili waweze kukava mambo mazuri ambayo yanatendwa na wananchi huku chini. Na nikiongea kidogo niruhusu ni ya kwamba tunashukuru pia county government yetu, na najua labda wataongea hapo, lakini allow me niongee kama chairman ya kwamba county government yetu ya Meru ikiongozwa na governor wetu Kawira Mwangaza ilileta washikadau pamoja na tukazalisha mtoto mpya ambaye anaitwa Meru Bongo Rhino Conservation Trust ambayo itahifadhi bongo na itakuwa kwa Mushiene na Marania, na tunashukuru KFS kwa sababu waliweza kupeana special use license ya kufanya ile kazi.
Katika hii management plan iko na programs ambazo zinafaa kuimplementiwa na hiyo inakuguide. Pia tukisign FMA inatuonyesha zile rights zetu. Tumeweza kutembelea exhibition pale na tukaona kwamba mnajua user rights zenu na tayari you are benefiting from those user rights. Mnapata maji, maji kabla ifikie wale watu wako Machakos na Coast na Tana River, iko hapa kwanza. Na tunasema hiyo ni non-extractive use ya forest. Na tunasema hiyo ndio iko na pesa zaidi hata kuliko hiyo plantations ambazo tunakata siku ya leo. Utalii unatuletea pesa. Kwa hivyo nawahimiza muweze kuapply, mfanye applications kwa Kenya Forest Service ili muweze kupewa licenses kufanya ecotourism.
hosted its first China-Africa Economic Trade Expo aimed at strengthening the strategic interaction between China and Africa in culture and tourism, deepening industry cooperation and people-to-people exchanges. China is Kenya's sixth biggest tourism source market internationally, contributing 5.5% of total international tourists. The greatest attractions to the population being safari experiences, rich cultural heritage, unique landscapes, and the snow-capped mountains.
China and Kenya share a deep-rooted history of cultural exchange that dates back to centuries. Our countries have been connected through trade, diplomacy, cultural interactions for generations, fostering mutual understanding and respect. Today, as we gather here to celebrate our shared heritage, we reaffirm our commitment to strengthen these ties and explore new avenues for cooperation.
Many thanks to the Secretariat of the Organizing Committee of China-Africa Economic and Trade Expo for extending this partnership opportunity to us. We must indeed say we are proud to be the first country in Africa to be hosting this expo. And that's not by accident or by coincidence. It is because of what Kenya and Nairobi has to offer, and we are proud of that. The China-Africa Economic Trade Exhibition has proven to be a pivotal platform in driving economic growth and cooperation between our regions. We continue to witness significant strides in trade and investment, which are essential for the prosperity of both China and Africa.
And that update draws Newscut to a close. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Harriet Chimeno. Sign language interpreter has been Walter Asewe. Jungula Sport is up next. Do not miss, and good afternoon.